All right, well, welcome to the party. I am so excited. I always say that, but this is like it's kind of like when you grow up and you say you're going to be somebody someday, and then you get them to come on your show. That's what's happening today. This is Brenda Trott, Make Money in Your Sleep Girl, and this is the Pajama Party Profit Show. I don't think we've had anybody come on in pajamas yet, but Nicole's really close with her statement right as we went on the air. You can go back and rewind that in just a second. I have had the privilege of meeting both of these ladies in person at different locations. Kelly has been sending me some emails and are getting to know you emails. You'll have a chance to get those same things with an awesome story, much like many of you. I believe I read 80% of people who work online or who are coaches at least are single moms. And Kelly's story started out as a single mom and turning into what she wanted to do and figuring out that she could actually do this stuff online. So just like you, she has a great story to tell. Nicole has a lot of weird stuff to share on her page. Say that. Nicole was a mini golfer. And that's right up my alley. Unfortunately, I shared that with a close friend who said, well, with that logic, then our current president is also a professional, but we're not going to go there today. So, but she's going to teach me a lot about kombucha, I think, later on. So without any ado, let's bring on Kelly and Nicole. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. I hope I didn't butcher your stories too much. I know that, Nicole, you and I have a lot in common. You wrote a piece for me on the upcoming book. I had to, because it's a long story, but has not come out yet. But you wrote a piece for me about what you tell people you do for a living. And your take was very unique, and I felt comical. But you don't like to share what it is that you do. Why is that?
It's interesting because, like, over the years, I've been working online since, well, I started my business in 2003, 2004, and I have had so many people go, "Oh, you make money online? Tell me how." So rather than having to have the conversation, since I like to do most of my interactions with people that have existing businesses and aren't starting from scratch, that's my sweet spot, is people that have a business, have an audience or a passion, preferably both, and are ready to create products and services.
And I'm getting stuck from you, so we're going to move to Kelly until maybe your internet catches up. Are you still with us, Kelly?
I'm here.
All right. Okay. And I do adore the emails that I'm getting from you, just a little bit of your story. And it's like, it opens up like a book of, something that you see on a Sunday afternoon about this gal who was really just trying to make ends meet and decided, okay, I'm going to do some stuff on the side. And then boom, it turned into something, I think, like many of us, where you're going with it, it ends up kind of expanding into other things. What can you, how you started around the same time Nicole did? Is that true?
Yeah. I got my start in 2002. Yep.
Did you meet in a mastermind, or how did you guys meet?
Yeah, well, Nicole joined Mom Masterminds. I can't remember I used to do Work at Home Moms Talk Radio, and I did something called WHAM VIP. I asked my community to nominate work at home moms that inspired them and equipped them. And Nicole was nominated, and she actually became the WHAM VIP. She got so many votes. Everybody.
Wow. She's back.
That
I got a tiara even.
Yes.
What was that?
I sent her a tiara.
A tiara?
Yep.
For being nominated. That's awesome. I love it. Yep. We don't get credit for doing the things that we do sometimes. It's so nice when our peers can do it for us. So congratulations on your win 10 years ago.
14 years ago.
All right. So can you pick up the story from there? I mean, now something that you guys or you're working independently, you're both having successes in your businesses, probably some downfalls too, as we all have ups and downs. But how did you decide to actually come together and do this awesome thing that's been going on for for the last couple of years?
Me? Can you guys hear me now? I've been kind of waiting. So after I won this award, I was like so amazed because I looked up to Kelly. And so I thought, well, I can't join her group because she's going to think I'm competition because we do the same thing. We reach work at home moms. But she's like, no, come on in. And so I thought I knew quite a bit about online stuff. I was starting to anyway. And then I joined her mastermind and I'm like, oh, no, I don't know anything about marketing. I only know about writing. And so Kelly was my first mentor. The first person that I was like, okay, well, and I was very timid and afraid to put myself out there beyond just writing, like to sell something. No way. So Kelly actually joint ventured with me on a product together because I had been doing so well in article marketing. She's like, well, why don't we just do an interview and record some training and sell it? And we did, and people actually bought it. And I'm like, holy cow, this is cool. So Kelly just took me by the hand and we became besties. And I just love her and respect her and admire her. And the rest is history, except that you want to know how Beachpreneurs started.
Yes, Beachpreneurs is a big word that we're going to talk about. But
yeah.
But it sounds like this is kind of a natural progression to what happened. Let me just before you talk about that, because we will in just a minute, and I'm really excited to share it with everyone. I haven't made it myself, but it's so interesting that you keep getting people that I've met from other parts of the world to come and meet you at the beach, and I'm like, I should have been there. Those are my buddies. What are you doing with these girls?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just like, wait a minute. And I know it's not that and these are people that I've met offline and they're coming to your event. So this is, I know it's fantastic because I see the quality of people that you're attracting and you wouldn't possibly be doing something like that. But is there something of value? And this might have something to do with why people go to your event as well. But is there something of value of working with someone else, even if it's not all the time? But like you said, a mastermind, you found out, Kelly or Nicole, you found out what you didn't know, right? You're like, whoa, I don't know, because you were working with other people. But is there something else? I know you and I have a lot in common in some ways. You're not big on, you're a very bright, bubbly person, but you're also more reserved. Like Kelly, Kelly doesn't even want to talk. She's just going to sit and smile sometimes. But I know, Nicole, that's a big part of who you are too. And it was so much in me. You and I met because I was so unhealthy that I couldn't go anywhere without a little dog to protect me. And he was a protector too. He was like half a demon, but you know, that's how you and I met because of Hamster. And I had Hamster with me because I was seriously anxious about anything. And it was a big step for me to get on an airplane and go to this place where I didn't know anybody. And you were just a nice, bright, smiley face to have there. But it was out of your box even to come say hi to me with that dog, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, I definitely, I'm an extreme introvert and I suffer from social anxiety. So, love to travel, but I only travel when I have a security blanket with me, a friend, somebody that, you know, I feel safe with. So, you know, I love adventures, but it's difficult for me to do that unless I have like a plan and I know who's going to be there and I have that security blanket. So I'll travel and go anywhere with Kelly because she's my security blanket. But for me to just like pack up and go to New York City myself, that would take a lot for me to be able to do that. So absolutely. And our Beachpreneurs
know that you can't fool us because I know you're a world traveler as well. I know. So it just means that you have someone of value coming with you to every place. So
by design, yes.
Kelly, would you?
Yes, I love.
stuff like
the world, but it's by design, always. Absolutely.
Would you agree, Kelly, that working with someone else is almost, how would you say, is it harder or is it better? Is it, you obviously do it more than what you've done it more than once. So how is it working with someone else in putting something like that together? And I know that Nicole's not the only person that you've worked with on projects together. So what would you say briefly about collaboration?
Asking Kelly now? Okay.
Yeah, well, I love collaboration. If it weren't for collaboration, I probably would not have built an online business. It would have stayed a little side gig, extra stream of income. I would probably still be working at my job at the church because I wouldn't have had the confidence to go for it. You know, my first breakthrough in business was collaborating with Alice Seba on my masterminds and Lynette Chandler, and then collaborating with Nicole on projects. Without having someone else, I would have made a lot of excuses and given myself permission to keep doing what I was doing. But when you're working with somebody else, what in the beginning, it was about like Alice grabbing me and saying, "Hey, let's do this. I believe in us." And then to some extent, the first project with Nicole was me saying that to her. But now, well, I don't know. There's probably still some dragging that happens between us.
On occasion.
Did you say dragon?
Dragging.
Oh, yeah.
Pulling.
Like, come on, let's do this. But, at this point, it's so great to have someone else just to experience it with,
Yes, absolutely. I know. I absolutely know. And I remember firsthand being in one of your mastermind groups. I remember generating, I believe it was about $600 in one afternoon based on one thing that we did in a call. We had said, and I was just thinking about that today, boy, I need to do that again. There was just a challenge to do an open phone call. And by that one open phone call, and I did it a little bit wonky, I think, compared to what everyone else had done, but I was able to generate a good portion of what I needed to make that week just from that one thing and what other people were doing, and I wasn't doing it alone. So I absolutely understand. Is that what Beachpreneurs is about? I'll give you a break, Kelly. I know. Uh-oh, Nicole's picture went dead. Are you there? Yeah, there you are. Okay. Is that what Beachpreneurs is about? Collaboration?
It's actually about Kelly and I sitting in a hotel room saying, we want to spend more time together and we want to travel together and we want to get paid to do it. And so she's like, what do you want to do? Let's do something expensive and fun. And so I'm like, well, I'm up for that, but let's do it somewhere cool. Like we thought, and then I'm like, what if we did it at the beach? Because I live right by the Gulf of Mexico. So, it's kind of my home turf, but still it's an adventure and still fun. Kelly's like, I could be down with that. I don't like the beach, but I like to look at the beach. So we could talk about this. And then magic happened. We tried it and then magic happened and we just squealed and high-fived and giggled and went, holy crap, we made space for amazing women and magic just freaking happened. Breakthroughs happened. I want more of this.
Yep.
And that's how it started. Cal, would you say that's about right?
Yep.
So how would you put it in just a couple of words, what you're doing when you're bringing the business to the beach? You're inviting gals out to make major breakthroughs?
Yeah, well, we have different kinds of events that we do. The first one is the beach retreat, which is the next one is in March. It's on Pensacola Beach. We have a big, beautiful beach house. We invite up to, there's a maximum of 13 women that come to the house, including us. And we're setting goals, we're tackling roadblocks, and we're creating a plan, a go home and do this stuff plan. And in between all that, there's a whole lot of love and support and encouragement and calling of bullshit and
laughter and tears.
Yes. Yeah.
Lots of breakthroughs.
I was watching a TED Talk just this morning about a gal that said, you're not, the reason you're not achieving your dreams is not because you lack confidence, it's because you lack community. And I was the whole TED Talk, I'm over here going, amen. Because amazing things happen when you trust a group of people, let them in, let them hear your heart, and then they just won't take any crap from you. They will stay after you until you chase that dream down and make it happen.
And love you through the process. And then you just get loved through the process and supported. And so many people have never experienced that. And they come to the beach house and they're just so filled with love and joy and hope. And they have the tools for what they need and the resources for what they need. And it's just, it's life-changing. It truly is magic.
Yeah. And when is the next one coming up? It's pretty soon, right?
Yeah, it's March. You go. The link is with the notes on this, but it's March 6th through the 9th. So,
but that's the one. That's the house one, and then there's another one that's before that, right?
After that,
where we stay together in the house at the beach.
That's the retreat.
Kelly, you can tell them about beach camp then too, since you have a better internet connection.
Yeah.
Before we do that, it is time. It's actually past time. I've already warned the ladies here. This is the party, so we play games in our party. So what we're going to ask Nicole to do is to turn her head away from the screen. And we're going to do
you do remember I'm an introvert, right?
So you don't have to look at us. Very easy, very easy. No, and the only part I didn't realize is how hard it is for Kelly to form words sometimes. So Kelly, maybe I'll help you. We'll see. We're going to see in 60 seconds how many of these words you can get. And they all are related to dun 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 the beach. Pretty easy. All right. Things you might see at the beach. And Kelly, you know how to get. You can't say the word, right?
Right.
And you see the word?
It's dry. It gets between your toes.
Anytime now, Kelly.
She said it. She said it.
Oh, she said it. All right.
It's the opposite of dry. It's
water.
Yep. They fly in the air.
Birds. Seagulls.
Yeah, so easy.
You put, this is what we would put the sand in, or the seashells.
Buckets. Pails.
Yeah, all right. Last one.
This is what you'll never catch me wearing at the beach.
Bikini.
Close, yeah. That works. Yay. Yay. We can turn around. Tiara for that one. All right. You guys are awesome. I used to typically put myself in the game. I'm a loser, but things are changing. Last time I won, so I'm excited. You guys got to win that. That's awesome. So we've got a couple of events that are coming up that change people's lives when they come. And it's not just about building their business. Well, that's a big reason they show up. It's also about building a community of people, which I have experienced, you guys, firsthand, on what it's like to have someone actually, like you said, call you out on your BS, help you with the tools that you already have, and bring you back to the point to say, hey, remember you said you wanted to do this? Let's get it done. So you said you've got something else coming up soon?
Yep. The April event is Beach Camp. Now, Beach Camp is a hotel event. And I'm just going to hold up my iPad so you guys can see. If I zoom in here, we've got some pretty amazing speakers coming. That's Michelle Sissom, actress and comedian Kim Coles, our good friends Tracy Roberts and Susanna Myers, and then of course Nicole and I are teaching as well. It's a 3-day event we host at the beach. We're going to be on Daytona Beach. It's April 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And if we didn't, I don't know if we mentioned it. Well, we did say women, but it's women only. Women are beachpreneurs. Men are bandpreneurs. They're not. They're not allowed.
No boys at the beach.
All right.
No boys at the beach. And we stay in a really beautiful hotel. It's sweet. So, I mean, you've got your kitchen. It's beautiful. And we make the schedule loose so that you do have time to enjoy the beach as well. It's not like you're going to fly to Daytona Beach and sit in a hotel or a conference room from 8 in the morning till 6 at night and go, I wish I could go on the beach. No.
And what's
that's
more,
not how we do things.
Which is how I met you.
What's that?
I met you at, I believe, E1K. And I met Kelly at, and we'd done business together beforehand, but I met Kelly at NAMS, which I think has stopped, but he's talking about bringing that back. It was NAMS, right? You're like, I don't remember.
I was at E1K a day too. I was there too, but yes, probably at NAMS.
Okay, I was only at one of the NAMS and 2 of the E1Ks. I actually spoke at the second one I went to, which was real fun. I think that was Dennis's last one too. The other thing I want to talk about just real quick, because we're almost out of time, but you both have some great businesses, and what I didn't even put together, like in my head, was that you both offer something that's really cool for business owners, in particular coaches is what Nicole does. And Kelly, you work more, how would you describe the niche of people that you work with?
I help people create content they're proud of for a community they love.
But what kind of people? Online entrepreneurs or?
Yeah, people who are building a business around their authority.
So I've already signed up for the freebie that's listed underneath this in the show notes here at pajamapartyprofits.com. And I got to watch a wonderful story, but I already had someone in my community say, hey, I finally switched to Chrome. What do I use? And so that was something I was able to offer them because Kelly already did the research for me and already wrote it up, and it was done just so beautifully that I didn't have to make any changes. And I said, here, I have this resource for you that you can use. And they were, I mean, the very same day that I got that download. So I was really impressed. I was like, wow, this works great. And you get to see the story of Kelly's business unfold in your inbox as she emails you. Doesn't do a huge chunk, doesn't take a whole lot of time, just getting to know her. And then Nicole, I don't know if you clicked on the thing. I have an upcoming class teaching people how to write a book. Did you recognize the sales page at all?
I didn't click through it. I need to go look.
That happens to be some of the PLR that I purchased being a member of your group. One thing I'm working on this year is getting better sales pages, but in the meantime, I don't have time. So you created a great one. I use that one. The class. Perfect. I have a great base of a class. I could go ahead and do that. My expertise is a lot to do. I have 30 published books, so I'll probably be tweaking and changing it as much as I want, but that's the value of having something called PLR or private label rights. And you have access to find out more about them in the show notes. So please be sure that you do that. And if you have not written a book, if you haven't started your business yet, and you just need to figure it out, take my class too. It's on the bottom. It's absolutely free if you register before February 1st, and help flush out that expertise that you have and start with a book. You get it done once, you get it for sale, and you get paid for it again and again. And That's why you need to download Nicole's things too, by the way, because the freebie that she's giving, man, you are the queen of affiliate marketing, are you? And I wouldn't even call you an affiliate marketer, but you are like a queen of getting all this stuff coming in, promoting other people's awesome stuff in a very non-sleazy way.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal, yes.
All right. Well, I have the last question I ask anybody on the show is, what piece of advice do you have for someone who is just starting out? Who wants to? Oh, Kelly's thinking about it, so we're going to let you go first, Nicole.
Let me go first. Oh my gosh, just starting out. I would say that the biggest thing is to know that there will be roadblocks. There will be both actual roadblocks and perceived roadblocks, things that you think are a roadblock, but that really aren't. And don't let those stop you, because there are people out there, you know, having a community of people you can ask questions, having a coach that you can say, hey, I'm stuck on this. And they're like, oh, that's nothing. Let me help you get through that. Or I got somebody that can get you through that. I mean, I'm a coach. This is what I do. Somebody says, I'm stuck. I have no idea how to do this. And I'm like, oh, let me get my person to fix that for you. It'll probably be $20 and you'll be on your way. And they're like, I've been stuck on this for 6 weeks. $20. And it's like, that's the power of having people that can help you, whether it's, like I said, a community of people you can turn to, a coach, people that work for you, you know, just have people. Don't sit in isolation and stay stuck ever, because what can seem like a huge roadblock to you isn't a roadblock to someone else, and they will help you through it. You know, people love to help people. Just if there's something standing between you and making money and changing lives, get past it and find the fastest way to get past it, and just do that. Don't stay stuck, because it's not fair for the people that are out there that need you.
I love that you said to expect it too. I think that was a big eye opener for me in recent years. Was I would get so down when my business seemed to, and my life started to crumble at one time, and then I would hear the personal stories of others and realize, whoa, this person's like past the $1 million figure, and they're still talking about how it wasn't just a little dip to 100,000. I mean, they lost everything and they came back. So I love it. You said expect it and get through it and use your community. Awesome. That's hard to follow,
nothing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with you when you hit a roadblock. It means you're making progress. You're on a road. You know, you're on a path.
Uh-oh. We're going to be stuck on that path for a little bit. Anything to add to that, Kelly? That was really great advice.
Definitely a lot of yes and amen to that. You know, it's so easy to get confused. You can listen to too many voices. You can get distracted by too many bright, shiny objects.
Yeah.
Confusion is going to happen, but staying confused, spinning around the same problem for a really long time, that's just a bad habit that we develop. And you can get over it. Just start refusing to stay confused. I say treat confusion like a bad smell in your house. Like, go find that. Go find where that's coming from and get rid of it, because we want to make progress and see some momentum, and you can do it. Wow.
I didn't think you could follow that. I am going to make that a meme for you, Kelly. Like a bad smell in your house. That is definitely some sound advice. That is a great visual. Nobody wants to do that. You need to get rid of it and get that clarity. And clarity, I think, once you know what that road is, Kelly's like, go figure it out. Then you'll find your road. And then Nicole says, stay on that road and don't let the blocks hit you. So with all that sound advice, you guys have had a great episode of Pajama Party Profits. Make sure that you subscribe with the button down below. Hit the bell so that you get alerted, and take advantage of these freebies. Get to know these ladies through their email list, and maybe drop in and find that community that you need at the beach. And of course, on my Facebook group as well, Make Money in Your Sleep girl will drop a link to that as well. But I couldn't tell you how proud and excited I am. I was excited all week long knowing that these lovely ladies, Kelly and Nicole, decided to join me and share what they do. So thank you so much, guys.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for inviting us to the party.
Thank you.